People aren't always who they appear to be. Some people smile, some stare, some wave, and some people just walk right past you. So if actions speak louder than words, then what do those actions really mean? Personalities reflect on our actions to show others that our actions do not always define our character. Personally, I try to remain humble and care for others, but I never would have thought that it would come back to haunt me. How would you describe yourself or your personality? Are you playful and energetic, creative and competitive, maybe simplistic and encouraging, or are you humorous and spontaneous? According to Britannica.com, personality is a characteristic way of thinking, feeling, and behaving, and every day we're exposed to different ones. In my past, I really thought that a guy cared about me, and the things that he would say seemed so genuine. But before I get into all that, allow me to ask you, have you ever played the game Among Us? Well, if you haven't, the game looks a little something like this. There's about 4 or more characters, and then there's an imposter. Like, what even is the difference between them and the imposter? And I'll tell you. The imposter goes around eliminating the other characters one by one, while the other characters try to solve minor glitches in the room caused by the imposter, in addition to guessing whom among them is the imposter. And speaking of imposters, I could have sworn our situation was magical. At first, he was kind and funny, and then he started to point out how crazy I can be or how annoying I was, and I began to develop some toxic traits as well. I've met some people with great personalities, very involved and supportive, but poor actions like prioritizing the wrong things. So what if there was an imposter among you? And what if the imposter in Among Us doesn't want to be an imposter anymore? Once I was afraid, well, more so embarrassed to speak out about it. And then I met a guy who was very nice and gave me constructive advice on my life, myself, my friends, and my job. And I began to understand what a healthy situation consists of. It's just breaking the cycle that is hard. People aren't always nice, or they are different from what you expected. And just because things are rough doesn't mean you should give up, but you should definitely know when to leave. Personalities reflect on our actions to show others that our actions do not always define our character. People change, things change. Although me and the boy went our separate ways, that same boy that expressed his toxicity to me had learned over time to stop, think, and reflect on his actions. Thank you.